Good morning children. I welcome you all to the next video of class 11th business studies. We have started with the second chapter, that is forms of business organization, and this is the 8th part that we are going to continue in this video. Today we are going to start with the important documents used in the formation of a company. There are basically three things that are being included, that is first is memorandum of association, then articles of association, and then prospectus. So first of all we are going to talk about memorandum of association. It is also known as MOA. So the memorandum of association is the principal document of a company. It is considered as the charter of the company, contains the power and objectives of the company, also describes the scope of operation of the company. It can be altered only according to the provisions made in the Companies Act regarding its alteration. Memorandum of Association provides information to outsiders such as creditors, suppliers, etc. to know the limitations and scope of companies' dealing. It is also known as the doctrine of outdoor management. Okay, now we move on to the contents of memorandum of association. So first of all we are going to talk about name clause. Okay, so what are the things that are included in name clause? This clause contains the complete name of the company. The company can choose any name subject to the following restrictions. The name of the company must end with the word limited in case of public limited company and with the word private limited in case of private limited company. The name should not be similar or identical to the name of any other company. The name should not contain the word cooperative. The name should not convey any connection or link of the company with the government department. Alteration of name clause. A company can change its name by passing a special resolution and by obtaining a written approval of the central government. Then we move ahead to second, that is object clause. What is object clause? It is most important clause of memorandum of association. It contains the main objects of the company and other secondary objectives which the company may pursue. This clause defines the scope and limitations of the activities of the company. The objects must be defined and stated keeping in mind the following conditions. First, the objects of the company must be legal. Then, objects should not be contrary to the provisions of any law. Then, third, the objects must not be immoral. That is, alteration of object clause. In order to alter its object clause, a company must pass a special resolution and obtain the permission of the company's law board. Then next is liability clause. What is liability clause? This clause defines the liabilities of the members of the company. In case of companies limited by shares, the liability of the member is limited to the extent of unpaid amount of their share capital. For example, if a person is having 1000 shares of the face value of 10 each and he has paid 7 per share, then at the time of winding up of his liability will be 3000, that is 3 rupees unpaid amount into number of shares, that is 3000 rupees. Okay. In case of company limited by guarantee, the liability is limited to the amount of guarantee given by each member. Alteration of liability clause. If a company wants to make an alteration in its liability clause, then it must pass an unanimous resolution in a meeting of its members. Now we move ahead to situation or domicile clause. This clause contains the name of the state in which the registered office of the company is to be situated. It is necessary because a company gets the registration from the state only. The registered office is a place where all the important documents of the company are kept. A company must have a registered office when it starts its business activities or within 30 days of its registration, whichever is earlier. Okay. So, alteration of situation clause can be altered in the following ways. It can be altered in the following ways. First, by passing a special resolution and by obtaining sanction of the registrars of both the states if the office is to be shifted from one state to another. Then second, by passing a special resolution only if the office is to be shifted from one town to another in the same state. And third, by passing an ordinary resolution if office is to be shifted from one locality to other within the same town. Next we move on to capital clause. What is capital clause? This clause defines the amount of share capital with which company is to be registered. The capital with which a company is registered is called registered or authorized or nominal capital. A company can issue only that number of shares which are authorized by its memorandum. Then, alteration of capital clause. A company can alter its capital clause by passing a special resolution and by obtaining the approval of Company Law Board. Then there are some types of capitals. First is authorized capital or nominal capital. Under section 2(8) of the Act, it means such capital as is authorized by Memorandum of Association of the company to be the maximum amount of share capital of the company. Then comes the issued capital. What is this? Defined under the section 250 of the Act. It means such capital as the company issues from time to time for subscription. Okay. The company issue this capital for its subscription. Then next is subscribed capital, defined under the section 286 of the Companies Act. It means such part of the capital which is for the time being subscribed by the members of the company. Then called up capital, defined under the section 215 of the Act, means such part of the capital which have been called for payment. It is being called by the company for the payment, called up capital. Then next is paid up capital. Paid up share capital or share capital paid up is defined under section 264 of the Companies Act. It means such aggregate amount of money credited as paid up as is equivalent to the amount received as paid up in respect of shares issued, and also includes any amount credited as paid up in respect of shares of the company, but does not include any other amount received in respect of such shares by whatever name called. So paid up capital is also known by the name share capital paid up. Okay. Now we move on to the last, that is association or subscription clause. What is this? This clause contains the declaration of the directors stating that we, the several persons whose names and addresses are submitted, are desirous of being formed into a company in accordance with Memorandum of Association, and we undertake to take the qualification shares also. This declaration must be signed by all the directors of the company. And if you want alteration of association clause, this clause cannot be altered anymore. Okay, so these are the contents of Memorandum of Association that we have discussed today. What is Memorandum of Association? You are going to prepare the notes for contents and its meaning. And in the next video, we are going to move ahead with articles of association and prospectus. Okay, up till then, you take care and goodbye, children.